Those heart-healthy nuts in your pantry might be silently sabotaging your medication effectiveness and draining your retirement savings. At $8.99 for a small bag of premium mixed nuts versus $2.75 for a homemade version, you're not just overpaying. You could be undermining treatments for conditions you're trying to manage. Many nuts marketed as universally healthy can interfere with common medications like Lipitor, Synthroid, or Metformin that millions of Americans over 60 rely on daily. While our previous video covered 4 power nuts that actively support your health after 60, today we're examining the flip side. 4 nuts deserving caution when you're managing chronic conditions or taking medications. Today we'll examine 4 specific nuts that deserve caution when you're over 60. Macadamias, which can interfere with medications, processed peanuts hiding unhealthy additives, pine nuts, which can alter your taste perception, and chestnuts, which can spike blood sugar. Let's begin with a luxury nut that creates particular challenges for seniors through its hidden calorie trap and medication interactions. 1. Macadamia nuts, the hidden medication disruptor. The buttery texture of macadamia nuts makes them irresistible. That's precisely the problem. These premium nuts present 2 significant challenges for adults over 60. First, their extreme calorie density matters tremendously as our metabolism naturally slows, about 3 to 5% each decade after 50. Just 10 to 12 macadamia nuts contain the same calories as 23 almonds. Dr. Marilyn Tan, geriatric specialist, explains, after 60, patients need 200 to 400 fewer daily calories than in their 40s, making macadamia's calorie density problematic. For seniors needing 1,600 to 2,000 calories daily, a small handful can consume 12% of your daily allowance. While macadamias do contain beneficial monounsaturated fats similar to olive oil, their extreme calorie density makes them challenging for seniors. More concerning is how macadamias interact with medications. Their high fat content can interfere with medications requiring an empty stomach, like thyroid medications or certain antibiotics. They can delay absorption of heart and blood pressure medications, and research shows high-fat foods consumed within 2 hours of taking statins can increase side effects like muscle pain, a connection many seniors never make. Dorothy, a 73-year-old retired teacher, couldn't understand why her cholesterol medication seemed ineffective despite taking it faithfully. Her pharmacist discovered the afternoon macadamias, too close to medication time, were reducing its effectiveness. Simply adjusting when she enjoyed her nuts restored the medication's benefits. If you love macadamias, enjoy them as an occasional treat rather than a daily snack. Try using just 3 to 4 nuts chopped and mixed with beneficial nuts like almonds to get the luxurious flavor while minimizing downsides. Have you noticed certain foods affecting how you feel after taking medication? Share your experience in the comments below. Your observation might help someone else connect important dots in their health journey. 2. Peanuts, the processed food problem. While macadamias challenge us with their natural fat content, peanuts present an entirely different concern: what happens to them during commercial processing. First, a clarification. Peanuts aren't actually nuts, but legumes related to beans. The real issue isn't peanuts themselves, it's what manufacturers add to them in commercial products. FDA analysis shows nearly 90% of commercial peanut butters contain ingredients beyond peanuts. When you see hydrogenated oils on labels, that means trans fats, even if the front label claims 0 trans fats. Labeling laws allow manufacturers to round down small amounts. For seniors consuming these products daily, these hidden trans fats accumulate quickly. The high sodium content in most commercial peanut products, 150 to 250 milligrams per serving, can raise blood pressure 2 to 5 points, a meaningful increase for someone managing hypertension. Dr. Lisa Wu, geriatric pharmacist, explains, high-sodium peanut products can reduce the effectiveness of common blood pressure medications like lisinopril or losartan, essentially working against the very medications prescribed to control your condition. Another rarely discussed concern is aflatoxins, natural toxins produced by molds that can contaminate peanuts. Commercial peanut products from reputable brands in the U.S. are generally safe, but those with compromised immune systems may want to choose fresh, properly stored nuts and natural peanut butter to minimize aflatoxin exposure. James, a 68-year-old Vietnam veteran who grew up on peanut butter sandwiches, was shocked to discover his lifelong favorite contained hydrogenated oils, 250 milligrams sodium, and added sugar per serving, all working against his heart medications after a recent cardiac event. Switching to natural peanut butter with just peanuts and salt made a significant difference in his recovery while preserving his beloved food tradition. Have you checked the ingredient list on your peanut products lately? Take a photo of the label and share it in the comments. I'll help decode what those ingredients actually mean for your health. 3. Pine nuts, the taste-altering luxury. While processed peanut products hide problematic ingredients, pine nuts bring a completely different concern, one that could literally leave a bitter taste in your mouth for weeks. At $25 to $40 per pound, these delicate nuts are more than just expensive. They can trigger a peculiar condition called pine mouth syndrome that causes a persistent metallic or bitter taste, making everything you eat or drink taste terrible for days or even weeks. Dr. Nadine Palermo explains, pine mouth syndrome affects approximately 1 in 100 people, but seniors are more vulnerable due to already compromised taste sensation from aging and certain medications. This temporary but distressing condition typically lasts 2 to 14 days. Why does this matter so much for older adults? Many seniors report skipping medications that taste bad. Imagine if everything suddenly tasted bitter. This taste disturbance can lead to medication, non-adherence, and reduced appetite at an age when proper nutrition is critical. For seniors cooking for 1 or 2, pine nuts present another challenge. They spoil quickly, within 3 to 4 weeks at room temperature, due to their high oil content. This creates a double problem. They're expensive and often go rancid before being fully used. Marion, a 71-year-old retired librarian, experienced pine mouth syndrome after making Italian cookies. The persistent bitter taste made everything, including her medications, taste terrible. Concerned it might be related to her new heart medication, she considered stopping it. Thankfully, her doctor recognized the symptoms of pine mouth syndrome before she discontinued essential treatment. Instead of pine nuts in recipes, try sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, or chopped walnuts, which provide similar texture and better nutrition at a fraction of the cost. Press like if you've ever experienced unusual taste changes after eating certain foods. You might be surprised how common this is among our community. We've seen how macadamias can interfere with medications, how processed peanuts can hide harmful ingredients, and how pine nuts can disrupt your sense of taste. Now let's examine one final nut that poses a unique challenge for seniors managing blood sugar. 4. Chestnuts, blood sugar disruptors in disguise. The warm aroma of roasting chestnuts might evoke cherished holiday memories, but these seasonal favorites are nutritional outliers compared to other nuts and potentially problematic for the 1/3 of Americans over 65 managing diabetes. For many Americans who grew up with Nat King Cole's chestnuts roasting on an open fire as the soundtrack to holiday gatherings, these nuts carry emotional significance that transcends nutrition. However, registered dietitian Caroline Jensen explains, chestnuts are essentially starchy carbohydrates masquerading as nuts. With 45 grams of carbs per cup compared to 5 to 8 grams in true nuts, they're more like eating a slice of bread than a handful of almonds. While almonds and walnuts provide significant protein, 20 to 25 grams per cup, and beneficial fats, chestnuts offer just 4 grams of protein with minimal healthy fats. Chestnuts raise your blood sugar almost 3 times faster than other nuts, like eating bread instead of protein. These quick rises and subsequent drops affect energy, cognition, and mood, effects often more pronounced in older adults. For seniors taking diabetes medications, this unexpected blood sugar impact can interfere with carefully calibrated treatment plans. Richard, a 76-year-old grandfather with type 2 diabetes, cherished his family's tradition of chestnut stuffing during holidays. Last Christmas, he indulged without adjusting his diabetes medication, resulting in erratic blood sugar for nearly 2 days. "I felt terrible, dizzy, and irritable when my family was visiting," he recalled. His doctor helped develop a plan for this year, enjoying just 3 chestnuts as part of a balanced meal while testing blood sugar more frequently. For holiday recipes with chestnuts, try pecans with a sprinkle of cinnamon for a similar seasonal warmth without the blood sugar impact. If these traditional nuts hold special meaning for you, incorporate just 2 to 3 chestnuts in celebration dishes rather than making them a regular snack. Send this video to friends or family members managing diabetes. This information becomes especially important as we approach the holiday season. The food industry targets seniors with claims like heart healthy or natural that have no regulated meaning. Now you understand how macadamias can interfere with medications, how processed peanut products can undermine heart health, how pine nuts can disrupt taste, and how chestnuts can challenge blood sugar management. This information isn't about eliminating foods with cultural or emotional significance. It's about making informed choices aligned with your unique health profile after 60. Combined with our previous video on beneficial nuts, you now have a complete guide to strategic choices, supporting your health, working with your medications, and respecting your budget. As geriatrician Dr. Mark Supiano emphasizes, nutrition advice should be as individualized as medication prescriptions for older adults. You now have the knowledge to customize general nutrition recommendations to your specific situation. Before making significant changes to your diet, especially if you're taking prescription medications, consult with your healthcare provider. Consider scheduling a nutrition appointment. It might even be covered by Medicare if you have certain conditions like diabetes or kidney disease. Which of these nuts were you most surprised to see on our cautionary list? Share in the comments below. I personally read every comment and address your questions in future videos. And if you haven't watched our companion video on 4 power nuts for healthy aging, check it out next for the complete picture. Click the link in the description and subscribe for more content tailored specifically for thriving after 60.